me press the two buttons. I don't like that. That's annoying. Okay, welcome to another Demarcation Media live stream. Sorry for the delay, guys. I had to finish eating breakfast. And I was in the middle of putting together the nano weapons from last time. So now I have Iron Man parts all over the studio. But hey, the nano weapons are almost done. Nano weapons are almost done. But for now, I'm going to set those aside. Ta-da. Put all these. I'm actually trying to get a second one of these Iron Mans because I like it so much. I thought it would be cool to have two and like battle damage one a little bit. Welcome, Crimstall, DeHaven Sano, Void Productions, WJ Gamer, Dude Blockson. That's some of these names that you guys come up with. I don't know how to say them. Flames. R-rated film. Yes, but so here's the thing. Here's the way that I view Deadpool. And this is mostly thanks to Lego, because Lego included Deadpool as like the villain in a couple sets. So to me, Deadpool is the guy to fight some of the other dudes, and then this is just Wolverine. I'm not necessarily like on board with the film, but I do think that the designs are pretty cool. Shrek Snow. Have I watched Invincible? I have not, mostly because it's just super gory. I'm not really a fan of when they just do over the top gore. Also, the animation is kind of low quality. You're on a mission to get the crown without buying a super chat. I think, yeah, it's possible. Who am I going to review after Deadpool and Wolverine? Well, I need to make the reviews for all 5 of the Marvel figures, which, by the way, guys, these are available on the Blokees website right now. They added them the other day, if you guys didn't see my post. There's a link in the description, and you can go and get them on the Blokees site right now. Hey, Multiversal's here. Otis the Anthony, welcome. He's in one set. Yes. I had that minifigure a long time ago, actually. I ended up trading him for a big Lego Minecraft set. Also, he comes with 2 faces. Now, let's take a look at this. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 2 full heads. So this is the standard face. And then we have an alternate face. And this is not just smooth plastic. It's like textured. So like we've got, this is the chest piece. There's like multiple textures going on here. That's pretty cool. I really like how Blokees does that. They do multiple textures. Play it in the background. I can't play in the background, bro. I would be copyright striked into absolute oblivion if I played that. Muto, welcome. Good to see you. I don't think I need to use the nippers as much with this since these guys aren't, they're not so shiny like Iron Man, but we'll see. So, we should be able to build 2 Deadpool heads. Yes, they have the parts for 2 heads. So I'm just going to put those together really quick. And he's kind of like an in-between red. He's not super bright red, but also not, he's not super dark red either. I know Deadpool figures can't ever seem to agree on what shade of red Deadpool should be. We always have different ones. Maybe I will use the nippers. Just for ease of snipping. You still haven't built Action Edition Soundwave. Why? Build the poor guy. He's stuck in pieces. All right, there's that. That's a head core. That's a head core. Oh, need to build it the correct way here. All right, there's a full head. I think that they probably could have done that seam a little better. I'm not sure how else they would have done it. Maybe make it 3 pieces or something. Average Purple, welcome. You're 5 minutes late. Well, I was late, so it's fine. Ah, I can't hold it. Maybe I should have put in the front one first, because that seems to be the trick here. Deadpool and Wolverine was my favorite MCU film. No, but I will say, in preparation for this, I went and watched the fight between Deadpool and Wolverine. Gotta admit, that was a pretty awesome fight. It was pretty cool. I can admit that. Oh, he does. So he comes with a holstered gun, but you don't get any guns. You don't get any actual guns for him to wield. Blokees should do a frozen Wolverine skeleton. What? I feel like that would not be a very well-selling figure. JBTMR, welcome. Ooh, some nice print work on there. Yeet that. On Multiversal, you'll be pleased to hear this, but one of the coolest, what I think is one of the coolest parts for that fight was Deadpool's reloading of his guns. That was cool to me on multiple levels, on like a filmmaking level and just for the fight. It was pretty slick. Are these the same? I think these are the same for both sides. Again, I don't love this. I think that Blokees needs to not do this. This single peg butterfly joint, I think it should be a ball joint, if anything. So you have a ball joint like right here and then a double ball socket here so that it can hinge like that still. Because this peg is, well, this one has less flex to it, which is good. They did improve there a little bit. But yeah, it's a bit of a weak point. Bit of a weak point. Wolverine going on all fours like an animal. I thought that was a little goofy. I was like, bro, that's probably not the most effective way to get around, but okay, I guess. Reload, you actually animated for the 2024 Toymation entry. Why do I not remember this? Or I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I have to have seen it. Just make sure the nub mark is less visible. And where did I put? There we go. Pop that on. Okay. And then we get the torso. Oh, that's good looking. That's really good looking. Blokees did that black paint on here pretty much perfectly. I'm actually really impressed by that. Like, I'm genuinely impressed. Alright, so we got this. And then the drop down. Now, the drop down is actually really useful. And aside from me sometimes worrying about its how durable it is, like it's genuinely a really useful mechanism that they attach to this because you get so much more articulation with it. Headphone
fell out and played the next video. Oh, oof. Silver, welcome. Send you the GIF later. Yes, please do. So your 18th birthday is coming up. Interesting. Walmart has Blokees Classic Class skirt. Oh yeah, I saw that there was a ton of $5 Blokees. I don't know if mine has it, but I need to go and look. Is this on properly? I also need to go check my local like TJ Maxx or whatever for see if the elephant's there. This feels like it's not stuck together all the way. Ugh. Zexon. Welcome. Optimus Prime. See Optimus Prime and buy it without hesitation. I don't buy every Optimus Prime. Just mostly the Blokees ones. Man of Realms, welcome. I cannot read. Is that kanji? I cannot read that, but welcome. Probably am not even identifying what that is correctly. Okay, I think that's stuck together. And then we layer the belt on the outside, which means the belt does not have to be entirely print. And in my book, color separation is always better. Oh, wait, hold up. What? Oh, it's... Oh my gosh. Bro is thick. Why did they have to make him so thick? That was a little jarring. I didn't expect that. Did you pronounce your name not properly? Well, autocorrect doesn't like my name, so if it's spelled wrong, I usually just assume it was autocorrect and move on. Max an hour away. Well, also it's like not all of them have it. Like so far, I think it's mostly just been the West Coast, which is why I haven't rushed to TJ Maxx again, because the first time we heard rumors of it, I went and checked, and then since then I haven't, because they're just, you know, there hasn't been any rumors of them popping up here in my side of the U.S. Is accurate to all three movies? Well, I guess Blokees did it accurate then. And that was definitely a jump scare though. I would have expected Cap to be just as thick, but they didn't make him as thick. Luke Snowball, welcome! The right leg, which one is that? 2-2, yes. I think this is the spot for his holstered gun. His one singular holstered gun. Alright. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Hold on a moment. We want this one. You skipped school for 2 days because you were sick? Well, it's better to skip school and get better than go to school and, you know, take longer to recover. Hope you're feeling better now, though. So, because we can't play the song, we're just having the song in the chat now? Is that how it works? Yeah, I literally would get... This stream would get destroyed if I started playing that. That would be bad. Okay, we need 3. And then 10. Not really. Ah. More rest. That's always the key. Sleep is the best medicine. And garlic, actually. Garlic is the second best medicine. A lot of people don't know that. Nice knee bend. This looks really weird right now, though. He's like a peg leg. Make sure we're all in focus. You skipped school because you had to go to a funeral. Man, nobody's got good reasons for skipping school. It's always sad reasons. 1, and then what's the other one? 3. There's some very intricate print on here. I'm kind of impressed. Those nubs are a bit eyesore-ish. Yeah, in case you guys didn't ever know, if you have really bright nubs like this, you can just scratch your fingernail over it, and it'll kind of flatten the stressed plastic, and it'll look better. You skipped school because you're nearly 26, so fair enough. Valid reason. That one's kind of messy too. Did I grab my knife? I got it anyway. Last time you built something like this, you hurt your fingers. Well, you see, I build this stuff so often that maybe I don't have feeling in my fingers anymore. That's why I can build them so well. I'm just kidding. I do have feeling in my fingers, but I've done it enough. Done it enough that it's not as painful for me anymore. Okay, so now we need the gun in the holster. TYPC24, welcome. Reviewing Classic Class, Optimus, and Galaxy version Optimus. Yes. I need to do some more of those all of certain figures. I need to do another all of the Defenders rares. Because the last one was just Optimus and Megatron. Alright, so we got that. And we got that. Look at that. He's got some gear now. Nice. The pain hurts less now. Yes, exactly. How bad are these nubs? That one's pretty bad because it was right on where the black was supposed to go. But what can you do? Knee pad. Excellent. And then this is... Oh, we already have that piece out. Then we need a 1, 3. And 4. DB05 started hitting the shelves. Nice. Yeah, it took them a little longer for that one for some reason. Do I have all the Rise of the Beast Transformers? No, I'm missing Bot Mode, Primal, RC, and Mirage. Like Halo, would you get rage quitted because the enemies are very annoying? Well, you just gotta learn how they operate. That's how you win. Silver, you're still really sick and kind of tired. Well, maybe you should sleep. Like I said, sleep is the best way to get over sickness. Although, on the downside, sometimes it's harder to sleep when you're sick. A catch-22 there, so to speak. Okay, we got that. Now we need a foot. And these feet are basically exactly the same, so I guess I can just go ahead and build them both at once. Seeing one more lyric and it's a federal crime. They're at Walmart for Black Friday. I need to go check mine. Again, I don't know if mine are doing that. But if they are, I would pick up Mirage and RC. If they had Jetwing Optimus, I would pick up another one of those. So I won customization champion in the latest, or the last, because I think they're about to start another one, the last BFC contest. And as part of that, part of the prize is I get 10 of any Blokees. And I was trying to get a couple of Jetwing Primes, but they were out of stock, which was sad. Because I want to get one eventually and customize him, like make him weathered up and whatnot. Because I think that would be really cool. But I'll probably make a video about this once the package arrives. But most of those 10 figures that I'm getting will be used for giveaways. So there's going to be some big Blokees giveaways coming. Your goal is to beat one Halo game in Legendary before campaign Evolved comes out. I think I'm getting better at reading auto-corrected stuff. Which one are you doing, though? Bot mode promo Loki stinks. Reskin Optimus. Yeah, I mean, that's part of why I haven't been, like, hugely interested in picking it up. But if he's like $5, I might. Mercedes 1240, welcome. More humanoid classic class has less parts. Not always. Trying Halo 4. Oh, I can't wait to play Halo 4. I don't think I'm going to play it on Legendary, though. I've heard you get basically no ammo for your weapons. Sure about that? Oh, yeah, Multiversal is correct. He for sure does. That's an ugly nub. Okay. We have feet now. How much money do I spend on this? On this figure? This was sent to me by Blokees, but this is like a $20 figure. Does that not go any farther in? I guess not if you want the full articulation. That just seems like it sticks out a little. Oh, wait, hang on. Are there two different sides to this? Oh, hold up, there is. Bruh, how did I never... Did I build the other guys correctly now? That's... Still is a little gappy looking. A little more gappy than the other fellas. But I guess it's to get the big articulation. It just feels like it should go in more. No, that's correct. Weird. Weird. Okay. When will this come out on the Blokees website? Right now. You can go to the Blokees website and it is on there right now today. It came out on the site, what was it, 3 days ago? By way you're new here, first time watching. Well, welcome. Where do you buy these? On the Blokees website. I forgot to pin up in the top of the chat. I thought I was pinning the link, but I pinned the Discord thing. And Deadpool comes with a single gun in a holster here, but it's molded into the holster, so you really can't you can't take it out. Which I feel is a little unfortunate. But at the same time, I kind of get why they didn't, because it's very realistic, his guns. But yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a miss. Take a rest. No, we must build. We must build until it is done. Yeah, these lighter nubs are ugly. Cover that up. Fit this together. Just like that. Fit that together. And wait, oh yeah, I was gonna say I thought I pulled it off. Wolverine is accurate to Marvel Legends. Well, I guess he might be. If he's supposed to be short, he might be. But yeah, these guys are definitely not in scale with Marvel Legends, which I think is because of Hasbro not wanting competition. Blokees Transformers cars are already out. Yeah, they are in like Asia and stuff. I think you can order cases off AliExpress already. But I don't know if or when they're coming to the US. Your exams went smoothly. Nice. See, that is the power of praying. I'm doing this all with my fingernails, and I literally have a hobby knife right here that I could be using. But am I using it? No, I'm not. Blokees have the Lego issue with not making realistic guns. Well, no, because they made this. This is Bucky's gun from Infinity War, and this is like a full-on like breacher assault thing or something. I don't even know, but it's very realistic, and they did it. But I think they just don't make it like a lot. I don't really know. It's a little strange, to be honest. I don't understand their reasoning behind like what they will make and what they won't make. They are made in China, though, so who knows if Chinese law interferes with them making realistic guns or something. What? I'm confused. Okay, we got another knee. What was my first Blokees? Mine was Galaxy version 01 and Rise of the Beasts, Optimus, and Scourge. I didn't realize it at the time, but I got into Blokees just as they were really starting to ramp up things, so perfect timing, I suppose. Oh, first one, Galaxy version Tarn. Nice. The Galaxy version Tarn is a great figure, but man, the Shining version outdoes him in basically every aspect. Where to DM? If you need to DM me, you can get me through Discord, Instagram, Facebook. Okay, we got another leg. Galaxy version Blokees is Jazz. Nice. How do I tall the Optimus from Transformers Prime will be? He'll be about this tall, roughly. I mean, he's Action Edition size, so he'll be Action Edition height. Blokees Halloween giveaway prize. I'm gonna get the Iron Man. Oh yeah. Hopefully, the minions are a little weird. Bother you? Scared that I have a backache? Oh, nah. No, what I'll get is if I'm here too long, it'll be my knees. Because I'm kneeling down right now. Alright. I feel like this is a state in that Deadpool has found himself in a couple times. Because he'll just, regrow his arms in a couple seconds. So, let's start building his arms. Pretty simple, it seems. A9. Oh, they're the same. Okay. They are the exact same. You're obsessed over Tarn? Well, you're going to want to get the Action Edition Tarn when he comes out then. Yeah, that's canon. The amount of times Deadpool has found himself missing limbs is probably too many to count. Alright, so now we need these pieces. This is an elbow. I'm pretty sure I did. Whoa! That piece just rocketed out. But yes, I'm pretty sure I did see the tank mode. 11. Okay, 10 and 11. All right. And then we need 5. I'm just trying to get all the parts for this one arm so that we can just assemble this one arm without having to go and collect more pieces. Okay, so we got this one. Oh, no, we don't put that in yet. I think this is the same. I think this is the same both ways. This joint, anyway. So if he's actually having a mental breakdown, no, he's probably fine. Or hopefully he's fine. Okay, am I doing something wrong? I am doing something wrong. This goes this way. Oh yeah, we're building. I was thinking that we were building the right arm. Still playing in the background. Oh, I just realized I actually do have music. I forgot to turn it back on. I thought I did, because I paused it to reset because I have it on a music mix on a loop. And I set it so that when I turn it on and turn it off, it'll loop. And I thought I did that, but apparently I didn't. So now we get music for the rest of the stream. Oh, there's this YouTube sometimes is annoying. So there's these people that will just like pretend like they have copyright to certain things, or they'll pretend like you use their copyrighted stuff in your video. So like I used a copyright free lo-fi mix for the last stream, and then somebody copyright struck me being like, oh yeah, this is some other song. So I looked it up, and that other song was absolutely not in my stream at all. So now I'm having to dispute it. It's so annoying. I usually win against these people, but it means that all the ad revenue is held for 30 days. So I can't even see if the video is earning anything or not. It's frustrating. And the people do that all because they just want to steal other people's ad revenue because they're too lazy to make their own videos. Unironically, you want Blokees to make Five Nights at Freddy's? No, we don't need that. Five Nights at Freddy's is like the most mainstream slop. It's terrible. It's a horrible story. Like, every time I hear people being obsessed about it, I'm like, this is a disturbing, horrible story. Why do we like this? Play any Valve games such as Half-Life? I have not. Although I like the remastered Half-Life soundtrack. Did the bank ever call me? No. I've never spent so much on Transformers or Mega Halo that the bank has had to call me. That's not been something that I've had to deal with. Here, we'll give him an open hand right now. Some people like horror. Yes, but that doesn't mean it's good. It is my belief that it is not good. Alright, he's got an arm. There we go.
Played the first Halo. I'm working on an opposing force.
The lore. That's what everybody says. I'm like, bruh. Also, the character designs I don't get it. I really don't. The character designs are like part of why it seems like just mainstream slop to me. Horror isn't good. The horror in general. Horror in general is just not good. What you fill your mind with has a big effect on your personality, how you view the world, how you interact with other people. I think you can have like frightening aspects mixed into other stories, but things that are just purely for horror, no. That's not doing anything good for anybody. I'm trying not to mess up the texture on this suit because the nub was kind of overlapping it. Alright. Empty Runner. Done with that one.
Odious Terror 2.
That's horror. Not really, though. It's not... See, that's not just straight horror, because the whole point of the film wasn't just the horror. That's the thing. There's a difference between telling a story that has aspects to it and then just having a film that's purely for the horror aspect.
You shouldn't have opened the stream now.
Now you want Blokees Deadpool? Well, like I said, he is available on the Blokees site now, so he's a lot easier to get. I don't know, again, I've said this before, I don't know if they ship to the UK, because I know some of the products on the site does and some of them don't. So I don't know, but I know for the US you can order him right now and get him shipped.
Yellow part. You turned out right.
Well, even if you're like, oh, I turned out all right, you can turn out all right, but it's still. I'm not saying like, oh, you're gonna turn into a horrible person. There's. See, the thing is like if you don't have a baseline of like what's the right way to explain it? I don't want to say religion because I feel like that word is used wrongly a lot, but I'll use that word just for the sake of things. If you don't have a baseline of religion, then it's not going to make a ton of sense, what I'm saying. Because that kind of, if you don't have that baseline, you kind of don't have a baseline of like space beyond just physical, if that makes sense. And we'll use a pointy finger hand for this one.
Yesterday, the day before, brother got classic class Megatron and Bumblebee.
Which, the Transformers 1 versions? And the shoulder. All right, we are almost done. Butt figure. Moral compass. Yeah, I guess that's another way of saying it. But you can have a moral compass without having a sense of like spiritual stuff, if that makes sense. And again, these are words that I feel like get overused in the wrong context, so it's sometimes more difficult to explain because the words that actually explain it have been used wrongly too many times in the past. Where did my... Oh, here we go. Transformers 1. Nice. Wait, did I do this? I did this upside down, didn't I? Yep, I did. I did indeed. I mean, take everything as fictional. No, not even. At least when it comes to horror, no. I don't think just taking it as, oh, it's fictional. I don't think that's I don't think that alleviates the downsides of it. All right. He's got his arms. Now all he needs are his swords. And he has a nice back sheath. Build Blokees. I just tell families to do their business. I guess that's fair. See, I'm used to building all this kind of stuff because I'm part of a big family, so I'm very used to having people going all about doing things. So I'm not... It doesn't bother me. Oh, he does come with a little knife. No gun, but a little knife. No, I don't think we need all the lyrics again. But thanks. Thanks for your willingness to type out this song for us. We do this. This is cool. Look at this. I do that, and then... Oop. Oh, I see. The blades... We actually have to make the blades play well together. And it's not too tight in there. Like, they'll probably fall out. Yep, they will fall out. But I'm okay with that because that means the silver on the blades will scratch. Basically not at all. Aside from his shoulders being a little gappy. This is pretty good. Look at this. He's got plenty of detail all the way around. He is absurdly thick just for the sake of it. He's got plenty of articulation. Oh, I forgot. He has a double jointed neck. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Look at that. And of course he's got an ab crunch. Look at that. And then we have the drop down. That drop down is not as tight as the Avengers figures, but it's still pretty good. You will not lack for posing options with this dude. Not bad. Initial thoughts of AMK Mini Wave 1. Probably would be basically the same as my thoughts on Wave 2, unless their plastic is vastly different. In that, I think they've got cool, like, designs G1 wise, but I think that they needed some need some better plastic. Actually, more articulation than Legends. Yes, it's insane. This is like, so these Blokees Classic Class figures, they feel like import figures that you put together. Like, that's what they feel like. And, of course, he's got all the different hands. He's got a pointing finger. He's got the knife-holding hands. Here, let me see. Let me actually give him the knife. Or I'll just throw it. That's fine, too. Oh, the blades are a little bendy. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty slick. That is pretty slick. Again, I'm not a huge Deadpool fan, but that is an awesome figure. Now, let's find out if Wolverine is just as good. I'm actually looking forward to doing the review of this. Alright, so first, the Federation of Demarcation. Oh, dang. Is this painted yellow? No, I think it's just the way it is. Oh! Oh! I didn't expect that. He's actually got alternate hands. I thought Wolverine only came with the claw hands, but he's got just some open hands without the claws popping out. Alright. Great start here. Playing Fortnite. I have not played Fortnite in a very long time. Okay, gotta say, the faces, the initial pictures were not that encouraging. The beard looked really poorly printed. But this, what I have now, I don't know if they did something different, but it looks a lot better. Also, look at this. This looks so weird. 531 Chicaloca? That's quite the name. Welcome. Claws. Oh, that's really bright. Claws. And then we have our joints. I think Wolverine has some less pieces, or less runners anyway, because a lot of these pieces came painted. So why is this not opening? Sealed up tighter than Fort Knox here. Alright. So, what do we got? Okay, so we have... Wait, can we build two heads? I think we can. We'll go ahead and build the head first. Loan me a smile. Welcome. Alright, got the mask. I like it when they give you the parts to build two heads, because I gotta say, swapping the faces usually is an utter pain. On most, I'm not just talking about Blokees, I'm talking about like most figures, because even if you have it, so it's either a pain and really hard to swap the head, or it's not, and the face falls off easily. Are the joints the same as the Transformers 1 Galaxy Wave? No. This is, you build these joints. So like, this is part of a joint right here. So you fully assemble these yourself. Also, I love this yellow that they picked. It looks like a painted yellow. Like it's got a depth to it that a lot of plastic yellows don't. Which is great. That's really good. It almost looks like a Magneto helmet. Oh, Blokees Magneto would be great. Although I think I prefer like classic Magneto to a movie one. Alright, let's get his... These faces look so... I gotta show these before I take them off the runner. These look so weird right now. Have you ever had a camera... Wait, have I ever had what? Have I ever had an ad on camera break before? I've had a camera break before. I've had multiple cameras break before. What would happen if they make an EX Deadpool and Wolverine? Whiz J, welcome. I don't know if they would make an EX of them because typically EX means they're going to be shiny. But I could see them doing like a 2-pack. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Blokees did a 2-pack. And let me actually put this together. That looks really weird. That's not that bad. I don't know. The images made this head look a lot worse. Let me put the other one together, and then I'll show you guys. And again, the fact that they gave you 2 heads, it's so nice. This looks so freaking cursed. This is so cursed. I need to undo this abomination I've created. Okay, we've got the 2 faces. Number 1. Yep, I told you, super chatting doesn't always get you to number 1. I would say these aren't half bad faces. Like, I don't know, the beard initially looked way worse. I think Blokees must have done something to it. That's solid. That is quite solid. All right, let's build a torso. Get the butterfly. EX treatment, but Infinity Saga make blind boxes. Yes, those are the rares. The like actual glossy ones, those are the rare versions. Iron Spider. I mean, they did the Iron Man EX, but Iron Spider EX, oh man, that would be great. That would be really great, actually. The sleeved version. Yeah, I mean that would have been nice, because then you could potentially steal the bare arms for Thor. Especially since Wolverine is not one to have like tons of accessories. Because, I mean, he mostly just uses his claws. The closed mouth one looks a little odd. It's probably because the mouth itself, like the closed mouth itself, doesn't show up so much. Like, maybe putting a little panel line in there would make it pop out a little bit more, so you could see where the mouth line was, and then it would look less odd. Also in this light, because it's very direct light. Be up sometime this week. Oh, depends. I haven't actually started filming it yet. My filming schedule has been very busy. Very, very busy. Because I'm wrapping up the Blokees, the Blokees Terra Venture video. I need to make the thumbnail for that at some point. And I need to, I have a lot to do. I have a lot. And they're depending on, I have a package coming. And that package is part of a actual, for real, sponsored video. And so that gets maximum attention once it arrives. You buy them one at a time every week? That's fair. Disabled for the Marvel Rivals Legend class. Not all of them are Legend class, you know. Only Ultron is. The rest of them are Champion class. Like, Spider-Man and Venom and... What are the other ones? All of those ones are Champion class. Which I need to ask Blokees when they're planning on, like, actually releasing that, because I would very much like to know. Because I would very much like to get that Spider-Man. That Spider-Man looks so good. Like, it's so good. Oh, there's all the rest of my joints. They're all trying to escape. Don't do that. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. They made Godzilla. I thought that they had the Godzilla license. If I'm not mistaken, I thought they showed off that they had the Godzilla license when they showed all their new licenses, but I don't think they've done anything for it yet. Asked about Tarn as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to ask them about some of these things. EX Godzilla. Batman Defender looks so bad. What? What are you talking about? I think they look hilarious. They're goofy. Like, they're meant to be goofy. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to getting them in hand. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. Like, they look to me exactly like what I expected Defender Batmans to look like. Chubby. And yeah, I don't know. They do. It was teased but no product. Yeah. Yeah, as Blokees gets bigger and has more licenses, the Transformers releases definitely are not going to come as fast. Which, you know, that's understandable. I don't really know how we could expect them to keep up. Like, they had of all the toy companies, they have one of the fastest release schedules I've ever seen. So, like, the teasing of, like, the Marvel Rivals figures till like now, like, I don't know, that to me is more standard, like, action figure company turnaround times. Alright. You know, I'm going to put the sheath on this because I'm not really using it. Don't really need it. So the AliExpress order arrived. Fits both. Well, gets back to your other plan, which was get 2 of them. Also, I just started looking up, like, stuff on AliExpress, like cloth and stuff, and now I might end up buying some, and it's your fault. Batman cards do look sick. Ultraman. I'm not an Ultraman fan, but I have seen all of Blokees stuff. Also, the leak for next Blokees Defender, that's fake. So you guys got to take these leaks with a grain of salt, because there's a lot of people making fake leaks now. You know, because people like Blokees leaks so much, there's people making fake ones. So don't immediately believe everything that you see, because it's not all correct. Hiya. Oh yeah, Hiya Toys. Yeah, I've heard of them. I think as far as I know, their figures are pretty darn good. I've never got one myself, but Flames, you're not going to join in for the Helldiver stream. That's fair. I mean, if you don't have the game and you've never played the game, then yeah, it makes sense. That's fine. Proper action figures. Yeah. Also, here's the thing. My big complaint with a lot of action figures is they are made in such a way that if they break or if they're like really loose, it's very hard to fix that. The thing I like about Blokees is like I can take it apart and I can get at almost every single joint. And if something goes wrong, I can pull it apart and attempt to fix it. But yeah, you can't do that with standard action figure. That's not part of the deal, usually. Ignores death threatening his moderator. Oh, if you death threaten him, he'll deal with it. You'll just like quietly disappear somewhere. There's a reason why he's the moderator. Okay, we've got a leg. And then we need this, C1. That's 4, but that's fine. I do need 4. Spider-Man fan. You need some highly articulate Spider-Man figures. Well, again, Blokees is going to be doing their Rivals one. And that one looks like it's going to have some insane posing. And the next Galaxy Wave is also all Spider-Man. Which I'm very excited for because they're doing Miles. I've been asking for Galaxy Miles since Wave 2. And they finally are doing it. Stream. Yes. As soon as we finish this one, I'm going to swap my camera and mic over to the next computer. And I'm going to jump on Helldivers for a little bit. I'm trying to earn super credits for when that Stealth War Bond comes out. But also I've just been playing it. Because I'm in the process of trying to write a novel, a Helldivers novel. Which I'm probably going to work on some today. But yeah, I was like, I was reading the Halo books and I thought, yeah, these are really cool. We need some Helldivers ones. So I decided to do it myself. Green Goblin for the next wave looks really good. Yeah, all the villains look great. All of the Spideys look great. I was very impressed. There's also the Keepley Spider-Mans. Those look pretty good. Like I'm kind of half tempted to pick up a few because they're weird, but they look good. Interesting. That's a little gappier than I would expect. You can do that. Interesting. Okay. Leg number 2. I like how this is entirely just like a flesh runner. Am I going to do some comparisons? Yeah, we'll do a few comparisons at the end. I'll get the other Marvel figures for a comparison at the very least. Because we kind of got to see the sizes in the last stream. And unless these guys are vastly different, we probably don't need that much of a comparison there. But I'll at least grab the other dudes. You lost your crown. You got the Skyfire exosuit arriving Monday. Nice. That's one I didn't actually buy. If I find it one day, I'll probably have to pick it up because, yeah, I didn't get it. So I need to get that Marine. So I'm trying to get all the heavy Marines. And that is one of the heavy Marines. Looks like it's going to rain outside. Once I'm done these streams, I'm going straight to my garage to start doing resin work on my ODST armor because I keep slacking on that. It's hard. Working with resin like that is hard, and I messed up for a bit. And when you're trying to learn something but you're not learning it quickly, it's discouraging. And that's the reason why I'm like 5 years late making this armor. Tell if it's worth it. High figures are way better than fig arts. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fig arts. I got one fig arts Iron Man a long time ago. It was a Mark 50. And he wasn't impressive. Like, both of them came broken. And I was like, bruh, I paid almost $100 for this figure. Why is it coming broken? So, Big Bad Toy Store, which, by the way, guys, if you ever need to buy action figures and stuff, one of the most reliable places you can buy it is a Big Bad Toy Store. They will help you very quickly. And they replaced it, and it came broken again. And I was like, all right, whatever. This is terrible. I don't want another one. They were like, all right, we'll give you store credit. And I ended up getting some Mythic Legions figures instead. And it was way better. I had those figures for a good long time. I still have one of them. He's on the shelf behind me, actually. I sold off one because he ended up being freakishly expensive for no reason. Blokees should do medieval stuff. I'd love some Blokees Knights. That would be so cool. Alright. And we have another leg. I don't think Wolverine has ever ended up in this state, so this is like a non-canonical state. I will say the one downside about double jointed necks is that the head and the neck can sometimes get rotated like the wrong way. There we go. I don't think we're all as in focus as I could be. Arms. Time to build some arms. Oh yeah, okay. So this would actually not work for Thor, because the upper arm has a little thing on it to attach the shoulder armor. A little unfortunate. $14. I was gonna say that looked a little weird. Subpar quality stop motions? Bruh, you're underselling yourself. Armada. That would be pretty cool. I've not watched Armada, but I do think that the designs are pretty sick. Okay, so then we need 18 and 5. Only Blokees you can afford is Transformers Defenders. Bro, that is not a bad thing. The Defenders are awesome. Zoya 6347. Welcome. That's quite a name. You're underselling. That's how you don't overhype things. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. Wait, did I grab the wrong one? I did. Wait, why are there so many? Oh! Wait, never mind. They give you ones with the shoulders and one without the shoulders. What the heck? I was not expecting that. Can you please Spider-Man design more than Blokees? In terms of like the actual suit designs, they're pretty cool. But I have to say, they are definitely a bit weirder in terms of the like styling. They're blockier than Blokees. That's a weird thing to say, but it's true. They are blockier than the Blokees ones. Chainsaw Man? Not really. I've not watched Chainsaw Man. That's one of those animes that I think the designs are just weird. Sometimes animes have cool designs, and sometimes I'm just like, what were they thinking? That was one of those ones I was like, what were they thinking? It's just weird. Also, it's not one on my to-watch list because it's one of those gory ones. Wolverine looks like he's glowing. It's so bright. Maybe I should have turned my camera settings down. Maybe Maybe like that. Thumbs up emoji. What? All right. Yeah, so we got two different upper arms to choose from. So maybe I could pop the arms onto Thor. Depends on if the forearms fit or not. Ooh, they might not. Hang on. Let me grab the Thor instructions. I can look at the... Oh. Yeah, no. Because this one uses a pre-assembled joint and Wolverine uses a built joint. So there actually would be no way to swap them. That's a little unfortunate. Little unfortunate. Alright. 2. When I get the 1/44th, am I buying? Yeah, I buy them online. So to get these last ones, I actually bought. A seller was selling all of them, so like all figures, all the rares together in one bundle. So I bought that because there's only so much you can get. So far, you can get in just buying the same boxes over and over again. It's expensive, and you kind of have to check the sellers, and a lot of the sellers will run out. Some of them don't sell confirmed ones, but if you know where to look, you can usually find them without too much hassle. Action Edition Soundwave for your birthday next Saturday. Nice. You guys think Prometheans could get infected by the flood? Well, no, because they were literally built to avoid being infected by the flood. That was the Didact's whole purpose with those, was to have an army that was impervious to the flood. Which kind of worked, except for the fact that turning humans digital made them go insane. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, they would, as long as their brain was functioning, like the internal brain was functioning, then they couldn't. Blokees, Alien versus Predator. Oh yeah, that would be not bad. I think that could be interesting. It's 11 p.m. Bro, you need sleep. I should have gotten that nub dealt with a little sooner, but whatever. That's fine. Okay, so we got this, and then right. Oh, it pegs it up there. Okay, I understand now. I thought that was just gonna be. Oh, this is the left arm. I thought that was just gonna be like a weird random thing. That's also the wrong side. So we've got this. So you can make him just with the sleeveless, completely sleeveless. But I gotta say, I think I like the shoulder armor bit better, so we're gonna put that on. Oh, that's actually, like, that sits, whoa. Was that as far up as it goes? Interesting. Does this one go farther? I think it does. I think you get more articulation with the, without the shoulder armors, which is interesting. You kind of have to sacrifice some articulation to use these. Yeah, he can't reach out to the sides much more than that. Interesting. That's kind of how Iron Man is with his shoulders. Oh yeah, then his elbow. Favorite Halo Reach character? I would also have to say George. How could you not? George is the best. Come to your live stream, get shown nothing but disrespect from viewers. Betrayal. Hey, you have all of the power. All you have to do is click a couple buttons and boom, they're silenced. You hold the power of the sun in the palm of your hand. The power to eliminate any of the viewers with the click of a button. Transformers 1 movie. The librarian's name? Orion Pax? I mean, that's... If you're trying to spell Orion Pax, that's how you spell it. Alright. We got that. I'm not going to give him his hands yet because I have to build the hands. But I'll just go ahead and take... Oh, almost all the rest of the pieces off. No, actually, I am going to take all the rest of the pieces off. Empty runner, yeet. Every time I do that, it's a bad idea. Help me not to overuse my powers. True. With great power comes great responsibility. Also, for some reason, only Spider-Man quotes are working in response here. I need to make sure I clean up the nubs before I start assembling. Alright, yeet. So I need to clean off. Don't do this at home, guys. That's not a smart idea, but I'm trying to clean off the blade. I have like Sharpie gunk from my Clone Trooper armor project on here. Okay. We're making good time. There's a bicep. So pop this in place. So no, you can't sing. Well, that's eventually singing a song in the chat is called spamming the chat, and eventually spamming the chat gets you sent to the jail. So that's the way things are. The way of the chat. Okay. Do I have any? I do. There's some terrible nubs. Bumblebee Starscream from 5 packs and got one of them. Online is more expensive. It depends on where you buy it. Because like AliExpress is only usually a couple bucks per figure. Unless it's a figure that everybody wants. In that case, it tends to be more. So that reminds me. I need to go back to my local store. Because there was a local toy store that started carrying Blokees Defenders. What's funny is I actually messaged or sent an email to the owner of that store and was like, hey, there's this product that you should try called Blokees, and he never bothered to respond to me. And then just one day, Blokees showed up in the store and I was like, okay. He didn't bother responding, but he did realize that Blokees was good. Like, alright, well, sure. I guess that's, I guess that works. Guys, what is going on? Do we need to hand out some mutes in the chat? Everybody needs to chill. Everybody's completely missing the other people's jokes. Is this the same both ways? I think it is. $1 is expensive in the Philippines. Yeah, I forget about currency exchanges. That is a thing. And yeah, sometimes, yeah, because here in the U.S., it's like, yeah, getting some of these things from China, it's actually really cheap, but I guess in some places, depending on your currency, it's not. But that makes sense. Unjustified heat. Chat chaos. Casual chat chaos. Trying to clean up the nubs before I assemble this fully. Number 1 back. You realize the number 1 isn't just like a random assigned thing. You have to earn the number 1. Moderators can't take the number 1 away. That's, as far as I'm aware, not possible. Alright. There we go. I really like the way the shoulders look, but it's a little annoying that the shoulder addition makes the arms less poseable. Let me throw together this extra bicep really quick. I'm actually quite surprised because they gave an extra head and the extra biceps, or I guess upper bicep. You're the only one paying attention. The chat's spiraling. You know, some people come for the build and stay for the chaos. Sleep, rest the knees. You can finally sleep. To be fair, in my time zone, it's morning. It is 10 a.m. in the morning, so unfortunately, I will not get to rest for many hours yet. There's always too much to do. I have like 10 videos in the works at any given time. TYPC24. Wait, didn't you join earlier? I thought I saw you join earlier. Maybe I'm going insane. Welcome, either way. You could be the top place. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not a thing. Now, I will say, this might be asking for a bit much. I would have loved to get a back plate for the fists that didn't have the claws, so that we could have him with claws and fists or without. But again, that might be asking for a little much. They've already given us quite a few extras here. That is the wrong hand. Some long claws. Sleep would be nice. It's 11:30, isn't it? No, it's earlier in your time zone, multiversal. You left though? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Welcome back then. Alright. Yeah, he doesn't come with nearly as many hands as Deadpool, but then again, Wolverine kind of only does a few things. Also, the claws are slightly bendy, so they're not just going to instantly snap. Alright. Let's take a look at this fella. Look at that. So he's got his claws. The arm, of course, looks a little odd, but that's just kind of the nature of certain action figures. The butterfly joint on this guy feels a lot more useful. Like, I don't know, it feels a lot more useful. I feel like the legs here are a bit gappier than on some of the other figures, because like that's as far as it goes. it's not so seamless. Unless I put this... No, there's literally no way to put it together backwards. That's not even a thing. So yeah, I feel like it's a little more gappy. He's got plenty of ab crunch. It is looser than the other guys, though. I will say that. Something about the yellow joint that they used is... It's less tight. He's got plenty of neck movement. You will not... Holy moly. It doesn't even get that gappy. Yeah, you will not lack for articulation there. Again, nice knee bend. We have plenty of foot movement. I'm pretty impressed with the texturing on the suit. I think that's pretty fantastic, to be honest. Not half bad. All right, let's grab... So we got all the extra stuff. Yeah, we got these extra, like, hands here. So let's get them into their more neutral standing positions. Are we in focus? Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's a little interesting. It's interesting how different each one of these figures are. I kind of expected them to find a system and kind of stick to it, because Blokees will do that sometimes with their like Transformers stuff. But lately they've been kind of just like innovation after innovation, so every figure is a little bit different. Stand up, buddy. This is not the first time a chat war has happened on a stream. It probably won't be the last. Okay. All right. So there's our dudes here. Make sure we are properly in focus. Get rid of these instructions and the tools, and let me grab the other figures. So here's Thor and Cap. Let me get Cap back into a standing position. I feel like Cap is the most similar. I'm still disappointed with the size of Cap's shield. And it's actually not cheap to get like a different 1/12 one. It costs like $12 online. Like anywhere from $9 to $12 to get a different shield. And I'm not super pleased. What the? I had to tighten Cap's arm, and now for some reason it's like popping up weirdly. What are we doing here? What's going on? What? His arm just keeps snapping into one position. That's weird. I've never had that happen before. But anyway, there's Cap. I think Wolverine... Because of Wolverine's neck, he's actually a little bit taller than Cap. It's a little odd. Because I don't think that's the right height. Same with... Here, let me see. Cap raises his head. Same with Deadpool, I think. Yeah, he's a little... I think these new guys are a little taller. Burst through the door and scream, "Did you just spend $2,000 on Mega Halo?" I don't spend Well, first of all, I haven't spent much money on Mega Halo at all lately. Secondly, I don't spend that much money without consulting with her first. That's not the way to have a good marriage. It's teamwork. Come on, Thor. Yeah, I think we got the same thing going here. These new fellows are slightly taller. I don't think it's going to be bad enough to warrant, like, oh yeah, it's horrible. But that is the downside, because Blokees made the... Here, let me grab Iron Man. Blokees made these three first, and then they started refining their classic class system, or the champion class system. And so now there's small, medium, and large. So these guys counted mediums, and these guys were before the system got refined, so it's a little, yeah, artifacts. It's same with the Transformers stuff, where the newer wave is bigger than the older ones, kind of a thing. I don't think it's the worst here. Like, it's certainly better than it is with the Transformers. But, yeah, it's still a thing. Deadpool and Wolverine scale better with Superman? Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'll look. So there's Iron Man. I do think they look pretty good together. Whoa. We'll grab Superman and we'll grab... I think they definitely scale a little better to the Star Wars guys, at least. But Superman... I still think Superman's bigger. Yeah, Superman is bigger. But, you know, the Stormtrooper, I think, works with Deadpool and Wolverine a little better. Jamie Kendall, welcome! The government shutdown is finally over. Honestly, I haven't even paid attention to that. When is Helldivers? Helldivers in about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap up here, and then I'm gonna shift over. But yeah, so this is general sizing. Again, it's a little annoying that it's different, but you know, that's the price. The price that comes with constant innovations. So I don't know. I think that I'm not really too miffed about it. Plus, you could probably find a way to shorten these guys. I do think Wolverine's neck could have been a little shorter anyway. I think that would have been completely okay. Even though I do really like how articulated it is. But yeah, it's a double ball and then another joint at the bottom. Being taller than others is kind of funny because he's usually short. Well, today he is big and buff. He's as big as Thor, or even a little bigger. You feel like the Devastator accessory kit is not worth it? Depends on where you are. If you're in the area where you can get it for $5, it's 100% worth it. If you're in the area where you have to pay like a ton of money to get it, then it isn't so worth it. Yeah, they'll do like in photos together. But it's definitely not perfect. So, it's it isn't worth it. For $5 it is. So now I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck I did with how Cap's arm is doing this. Sometimes tightening stuff doesn't go quite the way that I hoped. I guess I made the ball joint like oblong or something. Look at this. Pop. Anyway, that is a problem for later. For now, I'm going to wrap this stream up so I can get the camera set up at the other computer for Helldivers. So I'll go ahead and pray us out like usual. Well, Lord, thank you once again for giving us the opportunity to do this. Thank you that my camera connected super easily this time, and that wasn't a hassle. That was quite nice. Just thank you for everybody who joined. Please give them all safe and enjoyable weekends. Yeah, Lord, I just want to thank you for giving us the internet and for giving us the means to do this. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, now I need to go move this camera over, and hopefully that also won't be a hassle. So thank you all very much for joining. I will be working on the reviews for these guys. It will be 2 reviews. The Infinity War, Infinity Saga guys, and then Deadpool and Wolverine. Those would be 2 videos. Yeah, so I need to go set up my camera because that might be a hassle. So thank you very much for joining. Hopefully see some of you at the other stream. If not, I hope